Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. We are pleased to be joined by Blaine Perkins, who drove the 23 part-time for our motorsports this year in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. All right. Last two races for you were pretty good. How would you rate your season so far? I know you didn't race a lot, but how do you think you did?
Yeah. So getting the 8 races in this year with our motorsports has been a really good time. I mean, making the jump up this year to the Xfinity Series, I think there was it was a big jump for me as a driver, obviously coming from ARCA the past few years, and so being able to get up here and run with these guys has been really cool. I don't know if I'd put a grade on this season or whatnot. Obviously, it's only a partial schedule, so it's hard to really see how we would pan out in a full year, but I was really proud of our progress we made throughout the year. I mean, I felt like from the beginning of the year to now, we've really improved as a team. And I mean, winning a stage at Talladega, competing top 20, top 15, like we should be towards the end of the year. So really looking forward to hopefully be able to get back in the race car soon.
Yeah. So talk about, like, I know you got the stage win at Talladega. That's probably the highlight, but going into these 8 races, making the jump from ARCA to Xfinity. Now it's not too hard. Just look at what Ty Gibbs did. But overall, you did pretty good with your expectations. But how hard was it to jump from an ARCA car to an Xfinity car?
Yeah, no, it was definitely a lot more different than I thought it'd be. I've gotten a lot of different information from different people over the past few years about whether or not you should just go ahead and go from ARCA to Xfinity. Obviously, you have to learn a completely new body style in the truck series, or if that truck series was the next correct step for me to take. And honestly, I don't know if it was the right move or not. I just know that the opportunity that came together with our motorsports this year was the right move for me. And I'm just really thankful to be able to drive that number 23 car part-time this year.
Yeah. So I know that, I know that you've, I know you've worked pretty hard to get this deal done. Of course, you partnered with Truex Management Group before the season started. Probably one of the biggest reasons why you were able to get the races that you did. But going into next year, this offseason, what are you guys going to be doing?
Yeah, so it's been really cool. It's obviously my first off season technically back here on the East Coast. Thankfully, this year I've been able to get to meet a lot of different people in the garage area, a lot of different teams. I think as a driver, obviously I want to be in the race car as much as I can be. And so that's kind of our main goal right now, whether it's with our motorsports next year or with a different team. We don't know yet, but I think my goal is to definitely get as much seat time as I can for next year and just continue to be progressing as a race car driver.
You want to run full time, don't you?
Oh yes. Every race car driver does.
Yes, they do. Do you want to stay in the Xfinity Series? I know, there's also the truck series as well. What in particular, do you have a preference?
So I would probably say yes. I would like to stay in the Xfinity Series just because I'm starting to get used to these cars. Obviously, they're so much different. And talking to different drivers, obviously having a teammate like Brett Moffitt, he knows the truck series very well, obviously the ex-champion. So talking to him about the differences between the cars, I think it'd just be smart for me to try to stick with one car as opposed to having to relearn a whole nother car next year if I were to go the truck series route, but that's definitely not off the table. So just trying to, like you said, get that full-time season.
Yeah, for sure. What are you going to be spending really the off season doing? Because you're in North Carolina. Of course, last year at this time, you were still in California. And you made the move out to North Carolina because, of course, you knew that this was going to go down. But knowing you're in North Carolina, what is the plan this offseason?
I'm not sure yet. I've got some family in Nashville that I'll probably go see over some holidays, and then maybe I'll go back home for Christmas as well. So I'm sure I'll see some family in there, but as also probably just stay out here and make sure I'm up to date with my training regimen. I know my trainers want me back in the gym, so just got to be focused and prepared for 2022 as soon as possible.
Absolutely, buddy. All right. Highlight of the year, low light of the year.
I think we all know what the highlight of the year is.
Okay.
Winning that stage at Talladega, it was definitely a dream come true.
Yeah.
Really cool moment. Obviously, in that race, I got my first stage points too. In the stage prior, we finished ninth, and then to come out the next stage and win it was pretty awesome. So definitely the highlight. And then I'd say the low light, I don't know. We had some really good runs going on this year. Unfortunately, we got in a couple wrecks here and there early on in the year, so those always suck. But that's racing. I mean, you just gotta put it past you and move forward, learn from your mistakes, and just learn and always strive to be better for the next race.
All right. All right, Blaine Perkins, thank you so much for coming on and spending a few minutes. Good luck. Congratulations on a good season, and we'll be back to, and you'll be back to when you announce what you're doing for next year.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks for having me on all season.